Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Yeah, Solana continues to work on this potential head and shoulders pattern, inverse head and shoulders pattern. It's obviously getting some selling pressure today as well, or yesterday, but it's actually holding quite well. So that indicates some strength here, short term at least. And I gave you my view in the last video that we could be coming to this sort of support region here, maybe even a little higher, sort of in this region, starting at around about $19.30. That's where we found support now, all the way down to the low of those previous wicks here, around $19. So this is where it could start to form this right shoulder. We've been talking about this inverse head and shoulders pattern now for a few days, yeah, maybe even a week or a couple of weeks. So left shoulder, head, and the right shoulder. And as long as it's as long as the price holds above the last swing low, which is here the $18.60 level, I think there is a chance to get this inverse head and shoulders pattern done. But this is only a potential at the moment. So all I can do at the moment is to highlight to you the relevant support levels, which I just did, plus the invalidation point for the white wave count. And the white wave count is, of course, the bullish one. But I cannot tell you this will happen, right? I mean, we've got the neckline, which is basically the breakout point. This is an opportunity, probably one of the better ones at the moment in crypto on the long side, yeah. And but it will below the $18, what was it, $18.60 level. I have to assume that we're going to make another low here at around $17 or even $15. What I may change to the next video is the structure here, because I don't think this was a wave 4, but it could be some kind of a B wave, which I will then update for the next video. I need to think about the structure a little bit more. But yeah, overall, I mean, it can have bottomed. Absolutely, the structure is there, but to believe it, I need to see 5 waves up. If it's forming the 5 waves up, we can then after that calculate a pullback zone for an ABC. Well, pullback and a reliable trade setup on the long side. This here is currently a potential where it could break out, but to believe the white wave count, it needs to first get to $22 and then make one more high above that. Yeah, so someone commented recently and asked about, okay, Bitcoin bearish, Solana bullish, how does that go together? Well, look, this is, I always encourage people not to try to get into these mental gymnastics, because you can't figure it out. It just doesn't work. Bitcoin could, for example, also just do a short-term rally, and that could lead to Solana forming those 5 waves, right? That's possible. And then in the end, Bitcoin could break down and Solana comes down as well, but forms a higher low. All this stuff is possible. It's all a matter of, perspective here. So we obviously have this orange support area. This is a support area and also a trend reversal area where in the current scenario, the price is expected to turn around. Below $15, I have to change the overall assumption on this chart. And in the short term, we are observing obviously here this reversal pattern. So it's a matter of, okay, do I just focus on the larger time frame and do I just scale into this area and basically wait for the next rally here to the upside? Or do I wait for the lower degree confirmation, which is this one, 5 waves up, 3 waves down? And I can tell you that the potential is there, that this is going to form such a setup, but it needs to break above the $20.20 level next, which is the neckline, right? Just be aware, above that level, there's the $20.60 level. So it's a bit of a range it needs to break above. I don't see a very clear short-term setup here, because we only have 3 waves up. And I can tell you, it's for the white wave count, it's not a good sign that the price got rejected at one of the fib levels. I'm going to show you that now. It got rejected basically at the golden ratio here. Yeah, perfectly. So that's not a good sign for the white wave count, but it would need to break below the $18.60 level to confirm it. At the moment, it's a bit in no man's land, in the middle of nowhere, because it shows a potential to push higher. It hasn't confirmed that, and it's pulling back, yeah, and it could fail here somewhere if it breaks below $18.60. So it's sort of in between. It's above support, below resistance, and it needs to give us that that decision. But yeah, I mean, that inverse head and shoulders pattern is definitely an opportunity there. But let's assume Bitcoin sells off further, for example, and it's probably not going to do it, right? But if, let's say, if Bitcoin recovers a little bit or maybe moves sideways, then it might form it. So it's something I'm observing at the moment. So yeah, that's my update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.